GTV. We also streaming live on the internet at gbcghana.com. Well, right about now we'll be talking about how to build self-confidence, and I have with me a regular guest on my couch, and he is Dr. Kofi Osei-Kusi. He is a life coach and a motivational speaker and a consultant. You're many things.
Well, it's not too many.
You'll be adding some more. Doctor, life coach, motivational speaker, consultant. What is the next thing you're going to add to?
Well, I write books, so I have about 12 books as well. So yeah.
Right. Okay. We'll keep counting. Well, good morning to you. How are you this morning?
By the grace of God, I'm awesome.
Good. Well, self-confidence. What is self-confidence?
Well, self-confidence really is a positive state of the mind. Okay, positive state of the mind. It's all about the mind. A positive state of the mind, where your subconscious mind is directed towards the success of a thing. Okay. So once again, you have a positive state of your mind where your subconscious mind is directed towards the success of whatever you're going to do. So you're going to do something, you have a positive mind about that whatever you're going to do is going to be successful.
Okay.
Self-confidence is also an assessment of how much you value yourself.
Okay.
It's an assessment of your level of self-esteem and self-worth. Okay, how much you believe in yourself, how much you value yourself. Right. Self-confidence is really key to succeed in life.
Okay.
Because your self-confidence is what determines whether you're going to be able to confront and overcome challenges.
Okay.
Your self-confidence helps you deal with, take on risks. Your self-confidence helps you to overcome the challenge that comes your way. It helps you to deal with your detractors, as you try to move forward in life. Many are the criticisms that comes your way here and there, but if you're not confident, you're just going to lie down, and these attacks are going to push you down. It's so key that you're able to build up your self-confidence to deal with the challenges that comes your way. There are a lot more we can talk about.
Okay. Doc, self-confidence, when you're confident, what things show that this is a confident person?
Okay.
How does it manifest?
Okay. First of all, you're calm. Secondly, you're prepared. For what you're going to deal with. Thirdly, your composure is straight. Okay. So even the way you sit, the way you walk, the way you talk, your non-verbals are all in place. Okay. And then mentally you are charged up to face the challenge that is coming at you, because the whole thing about life is about the mind. Okay, is your mind ready to deal with the issue? So if you are mentally ready for the challenges and the issues that are confronting you, like it's a new day, it's Friday today, and you're going to work, you're going to do whatever you're going to do, is your mind ready to deal with the issues? That's the whole thing about self-confidence. Are you ready?
Okay.
And do you believe that whatever you're going to do, you're going to be able to overcome it? That is what self-confidence is all about.
Okay, so in this case, if you set your mind to achieve something and during the day and you are not able to achieve it, are you going to say you're not confident, or it's just some setbacks?
It's just some setbacks. The key thing is that when you set yourself a goal and you're moving towards that goal and challenges come your way, when you're confident, you don't give up. Challenges may come your way, but your self-confidence is intact.
Okay. Well, how do you build it then?
Well, that's the exciting part, and I'd like to share a couple of things.
Okay.
The first thing you do to build self-confidence is to eliminate negative language. If you're going to build self-confidence, first of all, let's touch a little bit on why most people don't have self-confidence. Okay. When you're born pure, you're born intact, you're born like a perfect baby.
Okay.
All right. Now, in growing up, you start going to school, and what happens is that teachers and parents start comparing you with other people, and so you begin to look at the negative things in your life, whilst at the beginning you're intact, you're not worried about anything.
Yes.
But as you're growing up, teachers, friends, compare you with other people.
You don't do well in class. The teacher comes, tells the class what you got on your test, and they start laughing at you.
Yes, it destroys your self-confidence.
Exactly.
And you should, as you're growing up, there's an increasing emphasis on the negative sides of you. So for instance, you're very good in class, and the only subject you're not good at is maths. But they emphasize that so much that you begin to feel so low of yourself, and everything else starts coming down. Okay, so these are the things that we go through that makes us, very have very little self-confidence. Now let's talk about how you can actually boost your level of self-confidence. Well, the first one is eliminate negative language. You know, I read something somewhere, and it says that in a day, a normal human being has between 65,000 and 70,000 thoughts in a day.
Okay.
And about 85 to 90% of the thoughts we think every day is negative.
So how do you brush those ones off?
Right, you know, we live in a very negative world. You know, the media and, you know, all the news around us is all very, very negative. And so we're always thinking very negative. But if you're going to be confident, you need to change that. You need to begin to focus on the positives of life. Okay, I'm not really going to emphasize this or recommend this, but many powerful people would not normally read all kinds of newspapers in the morning.
Okay.
They will not listen to all kinds of news in the morning because you're just going to hear about bloodshed and murder and 5,000 people are dead here. And so you just start your day very, very negative. And so your level of self-confidence is so low. So if you're going to be, you know, self-confident, you must eliminate negative, you know, what point did I say that? negative language.
Yes.
Exactly. All right. The second thing I learned is that if you're going to be very self-confident, there's something called power posing. I learned that from a professor called Professor Kadi from Harvard University. She did a fantastic research on how you can boost your level of self-confidence before you go for an interview, before you come for, you know, like where I'm sitting right now. You know, great people are watching this program right now. I could be thinking about all of them, and my self-confidence could be low.
Yes, and you could be thinking about the point you made.
I could be thinking about the point that, you know, I almost forgot about that. But you know, to really boost your self-confidence, that's what we call power posing. Okay. So before you go for an interview, I didn't finish doing my power posing before this one, but I'll show you. Before you go for an interview, you can just raise your two hands like that. Okay. When you raise your two hands like that, or if you're a lady, you can just stand up and hold your waist like this. Okay. What happens is that the chemicals in your brains begin to change. There are two chemicals in your brain. One is called cortisol, and the other one is called testosterone.
Sure.
Right. Testosterone is responsible for your level of confidence. Okay. It's responsible for your level of assertiveness. Okay. And there are different human poses.
So when you stand like that,
your testosterone goes up and your cortisol comes down. Your cortisol is responsible for fear. It's responsible for fighting, you know, negative things that comes into your life. So right now, if a ghost appeared here right now, your cortisol will go up because you have to run away.
Yes.
All right. So if you're going to do something where you need self-confidence, you need to work on getting your testosterone up and your cortisol down. You do that simply by power posing. Okay. So you just raise your two hands like that. For a while, they say just up to 2 minutes, your testosterone goes up.
Okay. After 2 minutes and you have to get going, you go for your interview. At that point, anxiety sets in, doesn't it?
It's a solid studies, and then
it stays for
it stays for a while. It stays for a while. Probably most of the day. It stays for a while. Really? But at least the immediate thing you're going to do, it works out. It works out well for you.
Okay. So what else can you do to boost your confidence?
You must develop expertise in an area.
Okay.
Okay, because knowledge is power. Okay, knowledge is power. Whenever you are powerful, you have confidence. Okay, I mean, our president is confident because he's powerful. The CEOs of organizations are confident because they have power. Now, if you can increase your level of knowledge, you're going to feel, you know, very confident as well.
You said that you should have expertise in an area, but some people think, you know, you should be a jack of all trades.
No, you cannot be a jack of all trades. You can't learn everything in the world. Look, it is said that even all the books that are printed today alone, it will take you about 23 years to read all the books that are printed only today. Right? So you must choose a field where you are interested in, you are keen about. And, you know, Brian Tracy, this motivational speaker, said that if you can read one book in your area of expertise once a month, just one book once a month, in 3 years you become an expert in that area. You come up to the top 1% in that area. If you're reading one book in an area, let's say on communication, or let's say if I'm reading one book on, say, self-confidence every month, in a year I have 12 books. In 3 years I've read 36 books. By 3 years I'm an expert in that area. Okay, so if you want to boost your level of self-confidence.
So is that what you've done with motivational speaking?
I've been doing some reading. I'm doing quite a bit of reading. So you know, that is one way you can boost your level of self-confidence.
Okay. And what other ways can we look at?
Another way you boost your self-confidence.
How about your appearance?
I was going to talk about that.
Okay.
I was going to talk about serving and then appearance. Maybe we can touch on appearance. Appearance is really key.
Okay.
You know, the way you dress makes you either feel good about yourself or you feel bad about yourself. We are not saying you should spend all your money on clothing, but the few dresses you have, it's very, very important that you keep it clean, keep it neat, and dress suitably for the right occasion. Now, if you may look good, but if you're dressed wrongly for an occasion, you're going to see that everybody else is dressed very differently, and it's just going to bring your level of self-confidence down.
Okay.
Another thing is focusing on serving. Okay. See, many times we're too self-centered.
Okay.
Right? When you focus on serving others, when you focus on giving to society, you realize that your self-confidence is just going to come up because you're going to see the results of the impact you're making. Okay. So it's so important that you focus your life on how you can save other people. Your self-confidence will really come up.
Okay. Well, others think that they should always be on the receiving end. They shouldn't give or serve, but they should always get.
Well, it doesn't work that way. You're just going to be like the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is the lowest point on the face of the earth. Okay. It's only receiving from all the seas around it. And so it's so low, it's so salty, you can even float in the Dead Sea. No life lives there. Okay. When you leave receiving and receiving and receiving, you become like the Dead Sea. Okay.
Doc, there could be someone out there watching us this morning and they think they're so down and they feel like they are at the end of the road. They don't know what to do. Their self-esteem is just like, what can they do to get out of that state?
First of all, it starts with positive self-talk.
Okay.
Positive self-talk is so important that you speak positively to yourself. I really wanted to touch on the fact that as a nation right now, there seems to be a lot of negativity around us, because of the flooding, because of city issues, economic issues and so on. We are all speaking very negative, but it's time that as a nation we start speaking some positives because we're going to get what we say. Let's begin to say that Ghana is a great place. Okay. Let's begin to say that Ghana is getting better and better. Let's begin to say that Ghana will move forward. It's a beautiful country. Despite our challenges, doom so will come to an end, whether we like it or not. Okay, it will happen. So let's speak positively into the nation. But as an individual, we must speak positively into our lives. You must wake up and encourage yourself and say, I am the best, I am a champion, I am great. It may sound like you are kidding, but look, one thing is that you must fake it until you make it.
But faking it doesn't mean that you're living in denial. You don't want to accept reality.
No, it's an act of faith. It's an act of faith. You must fake it until you make it. I read another research that says that, when you smile, you are happy. No, actually, when you're happy, you smile. Okay. But the truth is that even when you're not happy and you start smiling, you're going to be happy. Okay. So it works both ways. Okay. So that is faking it. So you're not happy and you're going to a meeting where you need to be smiling, where you need to really be positive. Just start smiling before you go. Just start smiling. Just see everyone around you start smiling before you realize happiness has picked up.
So we should be like Paul. I'm pressed but not crushed.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. What else do you have for us this morning?
Well, like I said, I think it really starts with positive self-talk, and we must really speak positively into our lives. And I do that. I do that a lot. And positive talk changes every area of your life. Your finances. Don't get up and say I'm broke. Even when there's nothing in your pocket, begin to speak some positive into your life. Self-confidence will help you advance in your career. Okay. Self-confidence helps you, take on risk at work. It helps you stand before people and talk. Okay. It helps you bring out your talent. You may have a great talent, but if you're not able to come out, and exhibit it, what's the use of that talent? Okay, so it's so key that you boost your self-confidence, take risks, move out there, do things and also get around the right people. One of the things that really brings people's level of self-confidence down is that they hang around very negative people.
They say birds with the same feathers flock together. So if I find that you are like me, we are in the same states, why shouldn't I hang with you? If I go around someone who is not like me, they think they are up there, I'll be left out.
Well, that's the way to go. If, for instance, you want to be rich and wealthy, get around rich and wealthy people. If you want to be self-confident, you get around people who have self-confidence. It's so key. Someone said, showed me a scenario that if someone is standing here, another person is standing down, okay, and they're trying to pull each other, who do you think will pull the other down? The one down, the one up.
The one down.
The one down.
Yes.
Okay, so if you hang around people who are down, they're going to drag you down with them. Okay. So get up with people who are up and let them help you pull you up. Okay, so it's so important you get around positive people who are speaking positively, people who are saying that they can make it, people who are saying that despite the challenging economic times, they can overcome. I was with a good friend of mine who runs a business yesterday, and despite the challenges, he succeeded. He says that I just use my mouth. I refuse to say that the economy is going to bring me down. Okay. I'm just going to make it. My business is going to survive. My business is going to boost. I'm going to make profit even this time, because he gave me a quotation in the Bible, and he said that Isaac in the Bible, even in the time of famine, he sowed, and in that same time of famine, he had 100-fold return.
Sure.
So even in a time of challenges, you must have the confidence to sow, to work, and to move forward.
Okay. But Doc, if you're hanging around people who thinks you want to be, who are the ones who don't have the things or who are not confident going to hang with? They also need someone to look up to and, you know, to draw from their energy.
Life is a choice.
Okay.
Life is a choice. It's up to them to choose, you know, who they want to be with. You know, you can't solve all the problems in the world. You can change other people. Okay, we can only talk to people, and it's up to them to change. So if you're on the other side and you want to get to the right side, look for the people on the right side. Get around them, and their influence will definitely lift you up.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Doc. I hope we get to speak to you sometime really soon. Really soon, and we'll have something interesting to talk about.
Awesome.
Okay.
Can you try one power pose before you sign out?
Okay, right there.
Just do that for 3 minutes and you're
2 minutes. That'll be too long.
How about that one?
Oh no, I can't do that one now. I think I'll do that in front of the mirror when I'm getting ready to come to work. All right. We've been talking about how to build self-confidence, and my guest has been Dr. Kofi Osei-Kusi, and he's a life coach, motivational speaker, consultant, and a writer. He has all of these. Yes, and I'm sure by the time he comes back here the next time, he will be something else we don't even know about. Well, the breakfast show still continues. Don't change your channel.